Beerzerker! Gonna be doing a fucking albino ale. It's gonna be fucking white IPA. Check it out. So fucking shout out to everybody's fucking favorite beer tuber from Ontario. Fucking albino beer tuber. Fucking Craig Tube. Also, Chad from Albino Rhino's fucking beer review is gonna be throwing a fucking big beer festival in May. So I'm brewing this fucking albino fucking IPA for something to do with that shit. Anyway, fucking Millennium 1 ounce at the fucking Flamin'. Fucking 1 ounce of Horizon at 30 and 1 ounce of Flame Out. That's fucking Alberta 2-row right the fuck there. We're gonna be doing that. That's basically all that's going in. We're gonna shoot for 6.5. There's enough barley in there to get us up or over 7, but you know how it goes. We're lucky to get 6.5, and we're gonna be shooting for just under 70 IBUs. Stay tuned. We're gonna fucking white the fuck this shit out with some fucking coconut and some fucking sweet sticky rice. So let's fucking albino this fucking IPA right the fuck out. Alright, so this is how we collect the albino juice. We got unsweetened fucking pure coconut. There's no sulfide or anything in there. I don't want any sulfides because sulfides can kill yeast. I'm not sure if I can. I'm just being on the safe side here. Now this is long grain sweet sticky rice. Extra super sticky. It's not sushi rice. It's the stuff that Thai people eat. And so there should be a lot of sugar in there. And I've been just throwing coconut shreddings and water in there and blending it up. Starting out thick, then thinning it down, and then straining it through here into here. And then I dump the pulp into here and I boil the living shit out of it, and it seems to dissolve the coconut even further, so we're getting as much coconut out of here as we can. Here's the fucking sticky rice. We're going to blend that shit up, and water it down and turn it into a paste as well. So this is how I'm going to go about making my white albino IPA. Oh yeah, so the coconut thing, I pretty much boiled everything I can out of there. But this sweet rice, I mean, that's just, wow. Would you look at that? Now that's going to bring some serious pigment into the beer. Oh my. That is dirty. So, that's quite a bit of albino juice there. I mean, that's a lot of stuff there. So I'm going to boil that for over an hour to sanitize that. And I'm going to add it after everything's done, and that way I'm not going to lose any volume in the beer. In fact, I'm going to up the volume in the beer. I'll boil a bit of that water out too, and that's going to take away from some ABV more than likely, so I'm going to maybe throw some sugar in there, jack it back up. So pretty much done the mash. Here's the steel braided cable. Here's the mash paddle that I'm using. I'm going to recommend muslin bags. For the hop additions, it's going to go in at the beginning of the boil, so I should not need to sanitize it, but you should sanitize it before you do any dry hopping, which we're also going to dry hop this beer, which I did not talk about. We'll be talking about those hops later, and we're probably going to oak it with the oak chips that I've been soaking in triple sec for like a month. So here's the sanitizer. We're getting everything sanitized. I threw the muslin bag in there anyway, even though we're going to throw it at the beginning of the boil. Whatever. This is iodophor. Put a little bit of iodophor in your water. A lot of people say, I don't like iodophor. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, so don't fucking listen to them. Iodophor is the shit. It's no rinse. It won't hurt you. They use it in hospitals and shit. It's so fucking easy, and $11 of fucking iodophor. It'll last you like 5 years. Fucking iodophor. And yes, mash paddle converts into hop. Frickin' muslin bag holder on her. That's going to go over the kettle. I'm not going to throw the wort chiller in and sterilize the wort chiller in the boil, because that's going to be too much shit in my way. I'm just going to sterilize that with iodophor after. And then we're going to take this apart and throw in our other additions. So this is the Millennium, 1 ounce of Millennium. Okay, so here's the boil. Let's see if I can get a good shot that night out here in January, Canada. Okay, establish your boil, okay? This is the most critical part, because your boil over could lose you half a kettle of all that work today. So all you need is a rolling boil in the corner. You don't need an extreme boil, okay? Now the muslin bag here can drop in, all right, but make no mistake, this is gonna more than likely cause a boil over, so have a spray bottle with some water nearby. Okay, maybe throw some iodophor in there, whatever, if you need it for later, because the alpha acids in here can cause a major flame up, a major boil over, so keep your spray bottle handy. I'm gonna shut this fucking camera off while I do this, but you get the point. So everything went well. Dip the hops in gently like this. So just pretend that these are your balls and that this kettle is Fear's mouth. Okay, you just kind of teabag it up and down. You just kind of doink, doink, right down the throat hole. until you generally get a slight amount of alpha acids in there, and then you're all done. Okay, wort chiller, sanitized it, put it in there. Check all your fittings are tight. I put a rag over the faucet if it's leaking, just to keep the water from spraying everywhere. You should have a wort chiller, otherwise you're going to wait around for 4 or 5 hours for your fucking beer to cool down, and that's the shits. Also, I like to use a yeast starter so that I know my yeast is alive in the packet, so I more chance that I'm going to get a good fermentation right away. So that's about all there is. This is an American IPA. This is US05 I pitched in here. This is not a Belgian white IPA. Fuck, nobody does American white IPAs. And this is going to fucking kick ass. Alright, so this is the end result, and I'm really happy with this because it looks very light caramel, but in a glass that's going to be pretty much as white as we can get in Albino IPA. So I'm going to put this in some clear bottles and then box them so they don't get light struck. And we're going to dry hop after the Croydon Falls, and we're going to oak it with some triple sec. Right on.